To your morning message. This is Friday. Welcome in. We have a new moon in Gemini happening right now. And so that is about fresh starts and new beginnings of things and, getting yourself moving in a direction. Okay. So after quite a long time of not moving, we now have the North Node has come in early May, came into, Gemini, and now the new moon is in Gemini, okay? And this is really a time to take stock and start fresh, start new. So I wanted to do a little reading about that for you. And then I want to talk about soulmates and soul contracts and a couple of the things that I have learned and I have come across as very reliable indicators in numerology readings, in astrology charts, some things that I look at. I'm not giving you an exhaustive list. I would just want to share some information that I have uncovered. And I also want to talk about something called plutonic relationships, which can be a thing that fools you into believing that a relationship is a twin flame relationship. So I'm gonna share that information with you too. But first, let's just do a little bit of reading this morning about information that you need to know right now in this Gemini new moon. Okay, so Page of Cups. This can be a time for apologies or a time for extending yourself in kind of a loving way. Maybe not a really big, overtly, romantic gesture, but something small, something nice. Sending somebody a little something that lets them know you care about them. And that can bring on a new beginning. Okay? Other person, 8 of Wands. Right away, there's going to be a lot of talking. All right? Right away, there's going to be a lot of talking. There's going to be a lot of information flowing. It can surprise you, all right, how much this is going to work. So the divine feminine, divine masculine, pick your side, whichever one you are. I feel like those who are watching are the Page of Cups. Okay, the situation, 4 Wands. Bringing this together. This is 11-11. This is, you see 11-11 in this picture, right? The 2 poles on either side. This is about the beginning of, that can be a wedding. That can be, it's like the start of something, right? 4 of Wands is a very hopeful card. How you're seeing things. 4 of Pentacles. You might have held back for a while. You might have been trying to cover up for some insecurities or feeling restless or something along those lines. Okay, might have been holding back. Wow. How the other person is seeing things. Empress. Venus. Okay. Venus is the opposite of Pluto. Okay, they're oppositional. So in the chart, in your astrology chart, the natural ruler of the 8th house is Pluto, like we've been talking about, Scorpio, death card. Across the hall in the 2nd house is Venus. All right, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. And so that's about balancing things out. I feel like a small gesture, a small token, just a little like, hey, might bring about a big conversation. Okay? Might bring about a big conversation. So messages to you from your higher self here. Ace of Cups. There's opportunity here for bigger things. Okay? And the universe is letting you know that if you just make a small gesture, it could have big results. Yeah. Wow. Gemini energy. We're talking about the Gemini new moon. We're talking about making small gestures, lots of communication, especially if you might have been holding back or you weren't sure where the other person stood or something along those lines. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to kind of go for broke here. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try. All right. So what's really going on underneath? Wow, that's beautiful. Devil energy. Woo! Okay. So this is about excess. There could be a lot of passion here that's bubbling up that wants to be released. There could also be attachment here It is the inverse of Lovers. So the universe is saying you might need to take a look at attachment or something along those lines that might need to, because this is what's leading to holding back. Also, you or the other person may have issues with money, and that might need to be looked at. All right, so let's see here what's underneath. What's underneath? Moon. Fear. The other person is afraid. And it's so beautiful. And then the two cards that are what's underneath, there's just a lot here. Okay, there's a lot to try to filter through. There can be attachment. There can be fear of any kind, fear of commitment, fear of what's really going on with the other person. I feel like because there was maybe not a lot of conversation in this small token of generosity or love from you, just open things up, big conversation. There's a lot to talk about. Okay, there's a lot to talk about. Devil energy here, clarifying the devil energy. Nine of Wands, just holding on. This is very true. So if this is you, feel free to swap around the characters, okay? Because this is general. If this is you, there's some things that you're holding on to that really need to go away. All right, holding on to old baggage or holding on to old fear or having a fear of commitment. Clarifying the moon. Doesn't need to happen. You can, yeah, truth. So truth is the sword of truth. The conversation that's going to come out is going to be, right, for real. And we are in Pluto retrograde, all right? So even more reason that we're talking about Pluto or Plutonic relationships. The clarity that is being shown from this Ace of Swords, I feel like there's going to be some just real truth that comes out when this conversation starts flowing. When that little bit of, hey, that little bit happens, lots of conversation. This person starts recognizing more about the relationship. They start opening up. Their fear starts coming out. That can be you, like, releasing your attachment to whatever's holding you back here. Money, worry about lack, karmic energy. All right, so Queen of Pentacles, Tower, Knight of Cups. You guys are on a path here. I feel like you might have been, there's some real, really amazing things that are going to come out of this. Tower. All right, so eruption of feelings of how do we move forward? Queen of Pentacles, really giving a beautifully nurturing. This person who opened up by giving a little bit of a, hey, there is something here about needing to be nurtured. This person wants to be nurtured, cared for, loved. The Empress does that. The Empress does that. And the other person, by making a similar offer back, right, this is just going to blow wide open. All right, this is going to blow this wide open. And I feel like what's going to happen here is y'all are walking the path that is the path of passion. Okay, and other people are going to be resisted. Standing up for oneself is going to be an important part of this. Speaking your mind, speaking your truth. The most important thing is just telling the truth. I feel like both of you are going to be telling the truth. Yes, unrequited love, religious factors, attraction, reconciliation, soulmate. So you might have thought that this was over. You might have thought it was over. And because of the Gemini new moon, there's an opportunity now. You know, there is an attraction between you. I have a feeling that you don't know the whole story. There's some truth that this person needs to say. Okay? And that will bring this back together. But you need to give them the opening. So if you have some truth to say to this partner, I have a feeling that, you know, you're not the one that's harboring a lot of this uneasiness in their own life. This person, the Page of Cups here, has some has some real issues that have nothing to do with you. I do feel like there could be some passion that is, very strong. Okay. And it's going to bring about this kind of interaction. Very, very strong, beautiful, beautiful.